right, guys. Bueno, como siempre, buenos días por la mañana, buenas noches por las noches, and welcome to your show, my show, Exactly Amara. This is your girl, Amara la Negra, and I am so grateful that you guys tune in every Thursday. And this obviously is a production of iHeart. I am so grateful que ustedes están conectados con nosotros. You guys are sharing, you guys are subscribing, you guys are leaving comments. And I love the fact that I read comments all the time where you're like, oh my God, I can relate to the story, or I have a friend that's going through it, or whatever the case may be. I love that. So give me all the feedback. Let me know how are you enjoying Exactly Amara, because I do this show con mucho amor para ustedes. I have become completely vulnerable on this show. I've given you all of me. I've been completely honest, transparent, and that's what I love. I love being able to tell you the truth about me. Everything is not as perfect as it may seem on social media, because here you really get the tea about me. So ya ustedes saben, subscribe, rate us, and share this podcast. I want to continue to grow the Exactly Amara family, and you guys are helping me do that. So anyways, today's topic is one of the most important topics that I've ever done on the show, because I really felt that it was important for you guys to know what is happening down in my kitty cat, which is nothing. I am currently not having sex, okay? So today's topic is juicy with Amara, which it should actually be dry with spider webs with Amara. And you know what? Espérate un segundo, because I know that he was the one helping me break this down. But before I get to it, my producer, friend, pana, amigo, colega, and all that good stuff, Alex had to come through to help me go through this process, because I'm really going through it right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want it to be juicy, and it's juicy right now, but nobody's getting it. Alex, where you at?
Bro, I'm over here in Jersey just keeping it warm, man. Keeping it warm.
Yo, yeah, Alex, like, this is hard. I really thought that now that I'm pregnant, this would have been like the perfect time, because eso es lo que dice la gente. This is a perfect time for you to get it in and get freaky and esto, lo otro. And, you know, you have 9 months where you can't get pregnant because you're already pregnant. So, you know, live your best life and get it in. Pero I haven't gotten it in. And I'm so sad about it.
Is it by choice for you? What's going on here? The audience would really like to know for Amara, because you're a very good-looking woman. You got it going on. You have a great career. You have a lot of things going for you. Is this by choice, or are you being very selective? Like, what is going on?
So, because what had happened was, before I got pregnant, I had a man, and then I got pregnant, and then I didn't have a man. So then I just had to like do myself. But that's fine though, because I play DJ all the time. Because let me tell you something, I do be horny. I be horny all the time. I just have to and handle.
A second, play DJ. That is the very first time I've been on this earth for a very long time. And this is the first time
I play DJ. I be like, and I just handle it myself. I be scratching the tables, you know, and I be doing it to myself. What am I supposed to do? I'm not trying to be out here in these streets giving up my good, you know what I'm saying? Giving up my good to the people. Now, not to mention the fact that now as a mother, because I am a mother, I am protecting the temple of my children. And I'm just going to let anybody come stick it to me. Hell no. So, better safe than sorry. And y estoy tranquila, you know. Do I have my moments, my freaky moments? Of course. I'm a woman, regardless of being pregnant or not. You know, I have my moments where I'm like, I want to be sexually active. And it's not just sexually. I think it's more the intimacy part that I miss. Like, I want to be, cuddle me, esto, let's play footsies, and lie to me, because that's what men do. Not all of them, but most of them. Lie to me, tell me I'm beautiful. You never loved anybody like me. And I'm like, oh my God, I love you, yes. So that's what I miss the most. Pero other than that, then the doctor, the doctor told me something. El doctor me dijo a mí que one of my placentas actually dropped towards my uterus. So, I'm not supposed to be getting it in, because I can bleed or it can affect the uterus, blah, blah, blah. So not even that. My girls won't even let me get freaky. Go for the questions. Let's get juicy.
On this show, we get freaky, we get crazy, we understand. This is the nature of the show. But there's certain questions that we have not answered. This is one of them. What
Okay.
does it mean to be good in bed?
What does it mean to be good in bed? I think that good is being able to find that connection with your partner. And when I mean connection, it doesn't necessarily have to be emotional, because now we're talking about being good in bed specifically. It's just the chemistry. It's important to have sexual chemistry. That's why I don't like people que hablan mucha mierda. Oh, I have the best dick, and I'm gonna tear your ass up, and all these things I'm gonna do to you. Shut up. First of all, shut up. Because if the chemistry sexually is not there, I feel like it's like a key and a key lock. You gotta find the right key that fits to you. So that's just what it is. Some girls are like, oh, I have the best toto ever, isn't that? You may have a good toto to someone that has a very big penis, for example. But for someone that has a little one, you may be too wide. Like you may be loose. Like,
She
it's
said the
different
right.
for
She said the right key for the
you
whole
have to
like.
find the right key. Once you find it, that's what makes it good. And some people like to please, some people like to be pleased. It's just finding that connection when you're in that space. And I've definitely had I've not a lot, but I've had some people that are not good in bed, and I've had some that are good. And let me tell you something. If I were to find my perfect man and he wasn't to be the perfect key to my lock, oh my God, this is so corny. That's because I'm trying to be my best behavior and not say, you know what I'm saying? But if he weren't to be the perfect key to my situation, meaning like if he were to be small, whatever, I wouldn't leave him. I would still rock. I would still ride with him. Because I think that's another thing, especially now in this generation and with society these days, we're so concerned just about the sexual part that we forget all the amazing other things that we're supposed to look for in a partner. It's not just about the sex. Yes, is sex important? We obviously know that there is. But sex is not just about, sticking it in and just banging it out. There's intimacy. There's many other things that you can do.
And that leads me right to my next question, Amara. What does your ideal one night stand look like? Are you a one night stand type of girl?
No.
No,
No.
like has that ever happened?
Shout outs. Judgment free zone, mama. Judgment free zone. Para girls that be, you know what, I'm gonna go out to the club tonight. I'm gonna find a guy that I like. I'm gonna get stabbed with it. Pero in my case, I'm not a one night stand girl. You gotta lie to me. Lie to me like they all do. Come tell me, take me out to lunch, to dinner, buy me flowers, buy me a bag or lo que te dé la gana, do something, blah, blah, blah. Entonces, the more you do, the more my legs open like a scissor.
Oh
Entonces,
my
it's there.
God.
Pero eso sí nada más de que, how you... These days, you don't even ask what people's names are. It's just like, oh, you're hot, I'm hot, let's go, let's fuck.
What's your
No.
Instagram handle? That's what I know you by.
I'm not exactly. What's your Instagram? No, I'm not doing it. So personally, I don't think I have like a dream one night stand, because that's just not me. I feel como que afterwards I'm gonna feel dirty.
What's your ideal date then? Like what gets you all worked up and you're like, all right, let's do this, man? Like, are you the type of person that needs super extravagant, dinners? Like, you need to go out to the best restaurants? Are you more low key where you just want to have fun and get to know the person one on one?
If I really like you don't have to do all the craziness. Of course, my biggest thing is always effort. When I know, like, if you don't got it like that, but I know that you went out of your way, I love that. Now, if you got it like that, don't be taking me to un vainita restaurante ahí around the corner. No. I want to see you que el bill llegue carísimo. Your bill should be my rent. And then I'd be like, concho, el tipo mira, he's serious. Okay, let's go for it. But I like effort. So
Amara comes over to New York to do some business. Amara, let's go grab some dinner, right? And I take you out to a really nice pizzeria. We just have a slice and hang out and talk. Is that you? Like, is that might not be the best effort in the world, but the person is still having effort in wanting to see you and talk to you and get to know you. Is that still good enough for you?
Yeah, that's definitely still good enough for me. I just think that I'm in a different place in life where I'm not looking for all the extra bougie stuff. I just want to know if this is real. Like, is this going to go anywhere? Do you feel that? And what I definitely have learned from my past experience is I'm no longer doing build a bay. I'm not building a bay. If you don't got your stuff together, baba is a wrap. It's like, we're going to do this together. Are we going to fight for love together? No, baba, them days is over. We're in the pandemic time. Mira, If the people are dying, we don't have time for this.
That seems to be the most reoccurring thing here. People are dying. Let's get this on.
Let's get this on, okay?
What is now, if you're not really into the one night stand scene, are you into the hookup scene? What has been the most embarrassing thing that has happened to you while hooking up? If because I'm
What is
pretty sure.
hooking up? What
So
does hooking up mean?
making out, getting a little frisky. You don't go all the way, right? Maybe second base into third base. Has anything
Oh,
embarrassing happened to you while you're making that transition from like, okay, cool, put your hand on my lap to full on making out or whatever?
I've definitely had like bad kissers. That's like an embarrassing moment to me. Because you automatically expect that if you really like someone, you have these high expectations of what it is going to be like to kiss them, to have sex with them, how they're going to smell, how they're going to touch you, all these things. And sometimes it doesn't turn out to be that way. I've had really slimy kissers. I hate it.
Wait
I
a second. Can you
hate.
explain to the crowd who's listening right now so intently, like into their headsets? Can you explain to us what sloppy,
Sloppy
slobbery
kissers,
kissing
mira,
is?
I've had cold kissers. The cold kissers are the people that kiss you and their mouth is so cold, like they just ate like a frozen juice.
I've never heard of that. Wow.
Yeah, like why is your blood temperature so cold? What is wrong with you? Like, ah, no. Or maybe I'm too high. So that's a no. Slimy kissers, como que esa baba, that's like that saliva, this. Entonces they be trying to do the most, just like, and then you have to like wipe the bottom of your chin
Yeah.
and the top of your lip, like, don't do it. You don't have to do all of those things. There's a lot of grown people that don't know how to kiss. There's a lot of grown people that don't know how to touch you, caress you properly. These are things that you learn like in high school. Where were you? I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyways,
It's a lot of just sloppiness. They want to spit in your
yeah,
mouth.
there's a lot of
That's
sloppiness.
there's a place and time for that.
Yeah.
Let's
That's right, Alex. You know what I'm talking about.
do you want to know how many sexual partners someone you're dating has had? I know we kind of talked about this once before, but it's become more of a recent topic where people are kind of like they don't care. Some that do are looking for that marriage material, so they want to know, how many miles has been traveled, basically. But
Yeah.
for you, is that a deal breaker?
I don't want to know how many sexual partners you've had. No me importa, no me interesa. Hay una canción que dice, eso no se rompe. You know what I'm saying? Con agua y jabón, we can make it happen. We can
Agua y
survive. You know what I'm saying? If you have some soap and water, we can survive. And your dingling is not going to break. I don't want to know how many people you stuck it to. Don't tell me. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't. Now, what I do want to know is, like, if for any X or Y reason we're somewhere and there's someone you smashed, it would be nice if you discretamente, on the low, be like, oh, by the way, don't feel no type of way, but I used to date this person.
So you're okay
Just
with
so you
that?
know.
You're okay with the whole communication? Like, all right, that's
Yeah.
a girl that I know. She's about to come
Yeah.
over.
You know what I'm saying?
And
I
you
used
give
to
them the
stick it
heads
to
up.
her. I used
Nice.
to blow
Okay.
her back out.
Wow.
You could just let me know that. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because I never want a bitch to feel like she has the upper hand on me.
I got you.
From far away, she's giving you winksy, and I'm like, what's going on? No. Pero I don't want to know and that's another thing. I think it's such a horrible question. Guys, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, listen to me. Whatever you do, stop being so insecure and so crunchy, asking oh, so how many guys have you been before me? Yo, with the whole neighborhood, with everybody.
I don't think I've ever asked that question, man. And I don't think I've ever even cared.
That's immature to me. Because, like, before you existed, there was other people in my life. And that should be fine. The only thing that you should be concerned is that I'm clean, that there's nothing,
Right.
That if you stick it to me, you're gonna survive. You're gonna be okay. And that's it. But other than that, I don't think those should be questions that should be asked.
Now flip the script. What if they ask you? Are you open to saying, yeah, this is how many people have been, or do you just dead it right there and you're like, listen, I don't want to talk about this?
I dead it because I don't want you to judge me. If I'm like, oh, I've been with 500 guys, I don't want you to be like, oh my gosh, you're a whore. Like,
Seasoned vet, maybe? No, I would never that's just ridiculous.
Because then they want you to lie. And I don't want to, like, if I had to start a relationship lying, I don't want to do it. Like, how many guys have you been with? Oh, I've only been with 5 guys. You mean that year? In a couple of months? Wait, I don't understand.
Well, I've even seen someone say like, oh, like after they hooked up and had sex for the first time,
Yeah.
they were like, they were like, "Oh, you're my third." Like, "Whoa." Or you're
My
my
third
second.
hookup
Yeah, like
today.
yeah, how do you feel about that? Like if the guy were to like turn around and tell you, "Oh my god, that was great." I just want to tell you right now, you're my third one I've ever had in my life. Like what would you be like, "Oh, great," like whatever, or you just be like, "Let's not talk about that, bro."
I would probably not want to talk about it. And if I am your third in life, that could be like a turn off to me.
Wow, okay.
That's a little bit of a turn off, only because I feel like I have to teach you a lot of things. It could be good or it could be bad. It could be good because I can feel like I can mold you. I'm gonna show you all the things I like. That's right, boom, boom, boom. But también you don't have too much experience. And if you don't have too much experience, that means you still have a lot of fucking to do. And I need you to get it out of your system.
I'm out of
I
the
want you
cougar.
yeah, I want you to go out there and have sex with everybody. Por eso que a mí me gustan los viejos. I like guys that are older. That means you've already been around the world. Yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah. You
not
know
the
what I'm
first
saying?
one to say that. I know lots of
Yep.
females that love their men. And I went to college late in my life, right? I was a Marine, so I spent a lot of time,
Shout out to the
thank
Marines.
you, between being in a war and coming back and being a parent.
Yeah,
So I went to college late, and I noticed that a lot. I noticed that a lot. Girls in
yeah,
college are like they could be with the buff, whatever dudes that play football, whatever soccer, but they
yeah,
see an older dude, with the dad bod, they don't mind jumping
yeah.
on him.
Yeah, I don't mind because it's less stress. They've already been there, done that. They already know how to treat you because they've already been around. You already, and that's another thing, not for nothing, but if you're with somebody that works from far away, let's say you're with a Marine or you're with somebody that hasn't had a chance to really get it in, that's a tough one too. I want you to go out there and go fuck the whole neighborhood. And then when you're tired, then we can do this because
Oh
you
my
still
god.
have some. You still have some things to get out of your system. The same thing goes for women. If a woman dates you and she just had finished a relationship, deja que ella viva su vida. If he just got divorced, he needs to get some things out of his system that he's been holding in for, you know what I'm saying? I think people need to go through their stages in life.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Um
Get
Now
it out.
for you, do you or have you ever, oh my goodness, um been interrupted while doing the deed with a gentleman? Has anybody ever walked
Oh,
in on you, whether a parent or a family member or a
duh.
friend or
Of
anything?
course.
How do you
My
how
mom.
how do you handle that at that moment?
My mom's in my life all day, every day since the day that she gave birth to me, where she hasn't cut the umbilical cord yet. Let me tell you something. I love her to the end of me, but sometimes it's a little bit hard because I want to have my privacy. And she's never literally opened the door because I've locked it, but she's tried to open the door without knowing. Or she'll be like, Amara, tú tienes hambre, or whatever. She'll just like kill the mood. And then I obviously already know that for the most part in my life, I've always had to had sex on mute. So I've always had to do the put up the
Wow.
TV or whatever. And then sometimes my partner doesn't want to have the TV. You want to hear it. You want to hear you know what I'm saying? Do you want to do the sound effects? He wants to see the Entonces, if you want to hear it so you can get excited, I'm like, Papa, I can't do it right now because as usual, my mom's right next door. So you have to be like on mute all the time. So I've learned, and let me tell you something, that's kind of bad. It's kind of bad. And I realized the more I've gone older, I realize how not having the correct intimacy and being able to feel free sexually, vocally, kind of como que me cohibe. It makes you not feel completely sexually open. And that's not good either. So yeah.
Have you ever been on a date or not feeling someone, you were out with them and lied to that person so you can go see someone else?
Yeah. Yeah. I did it. I did it. I did it. I
Is
fucking
that
I
do
did
you
it.
do you feel differently now, or would you like go back in time and tell yourself like, "Hey man," or like, "Hey, listen, live life. Go get that."
Well, I left just because I was over it. And I felt more interested in the other person I was gonna go see, but not because I was like having sex with one person, then went to the other. No. But I have, I'm a very nice person, and sometimes it's hard for me to say no, especially if I see you're very sweet, and it's like, oh.
I'm gonna have to take
So
advantage of that whenever we have to record. We're like, hey, I'm so nice. Let's record
I'm
today.
so nice, let's do it. So yeah, I've done it, but at the same time, I haven't felt bad because I'm sure they've done it to me too. You know,
Yeah, that's a tough one, right? When you flip the script and you're trying to figure things out yourself, you know?
guys do it to girls all the time. Oh, I gotta go to work, or something just happened. You know when that happens a lot too, when they smash you. Guys do that all the time. After they dick you down, they'll be like, oh, I have to go see my homeboy. I gotta go do this, and they don't be going nowhere. They just want you to get the fuck out. So
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, right? Like
I know.
some people
That's
don't
why
change.
I don't like the one night stands. They come, they smash you, they hang todo all stretched out and white out and everything. Entonces they send you on an Uber. Pero if you look at the feminist side, women will be like, no, I had sex with him. I'm the one that's empowered. I wanted it, I got it, boom. And you're the one that's on the Uber, go home.
You ever called someone an Uber? Have you been in that position where even if you've been dating for a while and you've been, doing your thing for a while, you kind of were just like, all right, you need to go home today, like now, because you've been here for the last couple of days. So like you called them an Uber to go home?
I never did, but I've always wanted to. I'm not gonna lie. I've been in the situations where I'm like, Papa, yeah. Like, I'll give you all the signs. Like, I'll have my mom call me. I'll be acting like I'm tired.
She comes up, sits in the room to watch TV with you.
She's done it. She's done it. Literally with the guy under the sheets right there. Like,
oh my God.
¿Qué están haciendo ustedes? Like, and the person won't leave. So yeah. Guys, learn how to get your cues together. And girls too. Learn when you're not wanted. When you're not wanted in a space, you can feel it. You don't have to have somebody tell you, óyeme, ya está bueno, get out. You don't need that. You know when to get out. So just do it.
Read the room. Read the room, everyone. It's not that hard. Mom is sitting on the same bed you guys just smashed in. Have you... Oh, this is a tough one. And I know people that have said yes to this. Have you ever been so tired or the person has been so boring that you've probably either fell asleep or started yawning in the middle of being with someone? Yeah.
I've fallen asleep in the middle of sex,
no
for sure.
way. How did this happen?
Oh, yeah. No, because what had happened is like, first of all...
Any story that starts like that, is interesting. So turn your volumes up.
A lot of times if you're asleep and your partner wants it, but you're not, you know what I'm saying? They'll just roll you over, or they'll do the side leg thing. They get one leg up to the side and you're just like, so you could just go to sleep and just have that one leg and just go handle it. Get it out of your system and let me go to sleep. I got shit to do in the morning. So that'll be that. Or if they roll you over completely, you just lay there like, you know what I'm saying? Holla at me when you're done. As a matter of fact, don't even holla at me. When you're done, go get the wipes and everything and handle everything for me. Just let me go
is
to
that
sleep.
what has come to? I remember when we were younger, we would like probably die for moments like that. Just, let's do this. And now it's just like, listen, man, I got 3 recordings tomorrow morning and I gotta go. And I gotta go wash the car. Hurry up.
Yo, dead ass. Like sometimes it's important. It's important to compromise. When you're with someone, it's important to understand your other your partner's sexual needs. You can't just think of you. So I think it's harder for men because men are always ready to get it on. Like it could be at any time. But sometimes men are tired too. We automatically assume that they're always ready to go. Not necessarily. Sometimes they just don't want it. And just because they don't want it doesn't mean that they don't want you. It just means that right now they're tired and they don't want to put in on the work because for the most part, men have to be the ones to, get that back working. Like, bam, bam. Like, they got to get the motion together. A lot of girls, we could just lay there, spread it, and be like, Baba, I just want to get it in real quick. Boom, 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 and that's it. Unless you're like me. Because once I start, I never want to start. That's my thing. To get me started, I'm like a car. It's like, oh, my God. But once we're in, we have to do a couple of rounds before I can just relax.
That sounds interesting. That sounds interesting. I'm taking notes for anybody who's keeping up right now.
Take notes because I'm single and ready to mingle. You never know.
Taking notes for Amara. Got to go to Florida soon. Maybe bring a friend for her, someone that she can really fall in love with, and they get on one knee for her. As a previous episode we spoke about. Have you ever injured yourself or someone else while being extremely kinky in the bedroom?
I have, but like my knee or something like that. you be trying to do the most or be the sexiest one. Because especially the first time, you want to impress them and show them like, oh, I got some moves for you. Oh yeah, watch
That's the
this.
worst,
And
right?
this,
It's the first time and you're already out with an injury. Like,
yeah, but the thing is, you have to keep it together. You can't let him know que I just busted my ass. Tú lo tratas de simular and shit. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, this is so hot. And you're like, Ping, I just fucked my shit. But
get
yeah.
a Charlie horse. Oh, those are the worst.
I've had my little situation here and there. I'm sure guys have too. Have you?
Oh yeah. Like I pulled like my hamstring. It's just incredible. You get the immense amount of pain where you're like, where you're paralyzed from one leg down.
And your leg is like numbed
and you're
stuff.
like, you gotta go, man. You can't stop now. What you gonna think of you, bro?
Oh my God, it's crazy how sexually we go through so many things and then we try to fake it and keep it together for our partners because we're trying to, finesse. We're trying to show that we got it together, but we really don't. Oh my God, Alex. You know what? We should definitely have more shows like this because I love it. I feel like this is a great thing about Exactly Amara. No taboos, uncensored. This is as real as it gets because you've been through it. I've been through it. And why we got to sugarcoat it? It is what it is. It's the truth. It's 2022. Just give me the truth. Tell me the tea. Alex, thank you so much for joining me, for supporting me as usual. You are an amazing co-host.
No problem. And at least here, I know that the only thing that could happen is I could sprain a index finger while pressing a button.
Exactly. So stretch out, stay safe. Guys, let me know if you liked today's episode. Did it make you feel uncomfortable? I hope it didn't, because it didn't make me feel uncomfortable. I think it's important to talk about these things in a space that you feel comfortable, that you feel like, you know what, I can relate. And if you can relate, definitely give me your comments on Exactly Amara on Twitter and on Instagram. Go check us out on the YouTube channel, Amara La Negra ALN, but you can also just post right there, Exactly Amara on the search bar. And you can watch this episode because we had so much fun today. Oh my God, I definitely want to know. So let me know. Have you ever had a whack sex partner? Do you believe in one-night stands? Do you think sex is overrated? Would you have sex again with someone who cheated on you? All these fun, like, what was the most kinkiest experience you've ever done? All those freaky stuff. I definitely want to know. Next episode, I might get more serious, but today I just wanted to have some fun. So anyways, you already know, share, subscribe, leave comments, all that good stuff. Thank you everyone for joining me, and remember to follow Exactly Amara. Also follow my Cultura podcast on Instagram, and you can also, like I said before, watch this episode on YouTube. You're gonna crack up. This has been a production of iHeart's My Cultura podcast network. For more podcasts from iHeart, visit the iHeart Radio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. I love you guys so much. It's your girl, Amara La Negra, and this was Exactly Amara.